Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about the greatest love story ever told. This is not just a story written in books or sung in songs. It is the very essence of life itself. It is the story that defines our purpose, gives us value, and reveals our true identity. Love is the foundation of all creation. Before the universe was formed, before time began, love existed. It was not an emotion, nor was it a fleeting feeling. It was a decision, a commitment, a covenant that could never be broken. You see, true love is not about what you can receive, but about what you can give. It is not about convenience, but about commitment. The greatest love story is not written in ink, but in sacrifice. It is the story of a king who saw the brokenness of his people and chose to restore them, not by force, but by love. Love is not found in mere words, it is revealed in action. The measure of true love is the willingness to lay down one's life for another. The greatest love story is not about finding someone to complete you. It is about discovering the power of love within you and giving it freely. Many search for love in people, possessions, and power, only to be left empty. Why? Because love was never meant to be a transaction. Love is not something you purchase, it is something you become. Love transforms you, elevates you, and restores you to your original purpose. You were created in love, for love, and by love. That is why no matter how much success, fame, or fortune you acquire, without love there remains an emptiness that nothing can fill. Love is not what you do, it is who you are. Today, I challenge you to embrace the greatest love story ever told. A love that gives, forgives, and never fails. A love that heals, restores, and empowers. A love that calls you back to your true self, reminding you that you are valuable, worthy, and destined for greatness. This is the love that changes the world. And this, my friends, is the greatest love story ever told. Thank you. Love is one of the most profound and powerful forces in existence. It is often portrayed as an emotion, something that happens to us, something that comes and goes like the changing tides. But true love is much more than a fleeting feeling. It is a conscious decision, a deliberate choice, and a commitment that stands the test of time. Many people misunderstand love because they associate it solely with emotions. While emotions are a part of love, they are not the foundation of it. Feelings can change, but a true decision to love remains firm despite circumstances. When we think about love as merely an emotion, we put ourselves at the mercy of circumstances. If love is only a feeling, then it means we love only when we feel good, when things are convenient, and when there's no hardship. But love is most powerful when it is tested. It is in moments of difficulty that love proves itself. A decision to love means choosing to be patient when it is easier to be frustrated. Choosing to be kind when you feel like being harsh. And choosing to stay committed when walking away seems like the easier option. Many relationships fail not because love was absent, but because love was never truly understood. If love is just an emotion, then when the feelings fade, the relationship fades as well. But when love is a decision, it remains strong even when emotions waver. This is why successful marriages, friendships, and partnerships are built on the commitment to love rather than just the experience of emotional highs. People who base their love on emotions will find themselves constantly seeking new excitement. But those who build love on a decision will find security, stability, and fulfillment. Consider the love of a parent for a child. A mother does not love her newborn only when she feels like it. She loves that child even when she is exhausted, when she is frustrated, and when she has to make sacrifices. Her love is not based on how easy or convenient it is. It is based on a decision to care for, nurture, and protect that child no matter what. This is the nature of true love. It is a commitment to act in the best interest of another person, even when it is difficult. Another example of love as a decision is seen in long-term friendships. There are times when misunderstandings arise, when disagreements occur, and when friends disappoint one another. If love were just an emotion, friendships would end the moment one person hurt the other. But true friendship endures because of a decision to forgive, to understand, and to continue valuing the relationship despite imperfections. Love chooses to work through problems rather than run away from them. One of the biggest misconceptions about love is that it should always feel good, but the reality is that love often requires sacrifice. A person who truly loves will choose to give even when it is uncomfortable. They will choose to support even when it requires personal cost. They will choose to stay even when challenges arise. This kind of love is not based on emotions, because emotions alone do not have the strength to sustain such commitment. Only a decision to love can endure through life's ups and downs. The world often portrays love as something that happens spontaneously, something that cannot be controlled. Movies, songs, and stories paint the picture of love as an overwhelming emotion that sweeps people off their feet. But this view of love is incomplete. While emotions play a role, the deeper and more meaningful aspect of love is the choice to remain, to invest, and to nurture that love over time. Real love is not something that just happens to you. It is something you choose every single day. This principle applies not just to romantic relationships, but to all areas of life. Love for a family member, love for a community, love for a purpose, all of these require commitment beyond emotions. There are days when a person may not feel like showing love, but they choose to do so because they understand that love is greater than momentary feelings. A leader who loves their people will continue to serve even when they are tired. A teacher who loves their students will continue to teach even when the students are difficult. A person who loves their purpose will continue to pursue it even when obstacles arise. Love that is based on emotions is temporary, but love that is based on a decision is eternal. This is why some of the greatest acts of love in history have been acts of sacrifice. People who have laid down their lives for others, who have fought for justice, who have served the broken, did not do so because they felt like it every day. They did so because they made a decision to love, regardless of how they felt. One of the most beautiful aspects of love as a decision is that it brings true security. When love is based on emotions, it is unpredictable. One day a person may feel deeply in love and the next day they may feel indifferent. But when love is a decision, it provides a foundation of trust. A child feels secure when they know their parents will love them no matter what. A spouse feels safe when they know their partner has committed to love them through every season of life. A friend feels valued when they know their friendship is not dependent on temporary emotions. Choosing to love means choosing to forgive. In life, people will make mistakes. They will disappoint us, hurt us, and sometimes betray our trust. If love is based only on how we feel, then love will disappear the moment we are hurt. But when love is a decision, it makes room for grace. It chooses to see beyond the mistake and offer forgiveness. It does not mean tolerating abuse or allowing harm, but it does mean that love is stronger than temporary failures. Love as a decision also requires selflessness. Many times, love is tested when we must put others before ourselves. A person who chooses to love will be willing to sacrifice time, energy, and even personal comfort for the sake of someone else. This does not mean neglecting oneself, but it does mean understanding that love is about giving rather than just receiving. When two people choose to love each other in this way, whether in marriage, friendship, or family, the relationship flourishes because both are committed to putting love into action. Another powerful aspect of choosing to love is that it transforms not only the person being loved, but also the one who loves. When a person chooses to love, they grow in patience, kindness, and strength. Love refines character. It teaches endurance, humility, and the ability to see beyond oneself. A person who chooses to love is not controlled by emotions, but instead, they control their emotions through the power of love. There is no greater force in the world than love that is chosen. It is easy to love when everything is perfect, but true love is revealed in imperfection. It is easy to love when emotions are high, but true love is proven when emotions fade. It is easy to love when there is no challenge, but true love shines brightest in the face of adversity. This is why love is not just an emotion. It is a decision, a commitment, a way of life, and those who choose to love will experience a depth of joy purpose, and fulfillment that emotions alone could never provide. Love is one of the most powerful forces in the world, yet it is often misunderstood. Many people believe love is expressed through words, saying "I love you" or making promises of devotion. While words are important, they are not the true measure of love. Love is not defined by what is spoken, but by what is done. True love is revealed in action, in the choices made, in the sacrifices given, and in the way people treat one another. Anyone can say they love someone, but the real test of love is how they act when that love is challenged. Words are easy to say, but actions require effort, commitment, and consistency. When someone truly loves, it is evident in their behavior, their attitude, and the way they prioritize the well-being of the person they love. Love is proven through selflessness, kindness, patience, and perseverance. It is not simply expressed in good times when everything is easy, but in difficult moments when love requires sacrifice. The truest form of love is displayed in giving. A person who loves does not just say it, but demonstrates it through their willingness to serve, support, and uplift the one they love. Love is about investing time, energy, and care into another person's life. It is not about what one can gain, but about what one can give. A person who truly loves will go out of their way to make the other person feel valued and appreciated, even when it is inconvenient. Love is seen in small, consistent actions rather than in grand declarations. A person who constantly shows up, who listens, who offers help, and who remains committed even when things are difficult is someone who understands what love truly means. Love does not need to be dramatic or loud. It is found in the quiet moments of kindness, the daily acts of service, and the unwavering presence of someone who truly cares. One of the greatest tests of love is how a person responds in moments of hardship. When everything is easy, love may seem effortless, but true love is tested when challenges arise. When a person loves only when it is convenient, that love is shallow. But when love remains steadfast even when there are difficulties, it proves its depth. A person who truly loves will not walk away when times get tough. Instead, they will stand firm, offering support, understanding, and patience. Love is measured in the willingness to sacrifice. A person who loves will put the needs of others before their own, not because they are forced to, but because they genuinely care. This does not mean neglecting oneself, but rather it means making decisions that benefit the well-being of the person they love. Love sometimes requires letting go of personal comfort for the sake of someone else. It means being willing to compromise, to forgive, and to show grace even when it is difficult. True love does not seek its own advantage. When a person loves only to receive something in return, that is not love. It is self-interest. Genuine love gives freely without expectation of repayment. It is not transactional, where kindness is only given in exchange for something else. Love is pure when it is given out of sincerity, without manipulation or hidden motives. It is an act of the heart that seeks to uplift and empower the other person. Forgiveness is one of the strongest demonstrations of love. People make mistakes, they hurt each other, and they sometimes fall short of expectations. If love were only about words, then it would disappear the moment someone fails. But real love chooses to forgive. It does not hold on to resentment or keep a record of wrongs. Instead, love seeks restoration, understanding that no one is perfect and that relationships grow through grace. A parent's love for their child is one of the greatest examples of love in action. A mother does not just tell her child she loves them, she shows it by feeding them, comforting them, teaching them, and protecting them. She loses sleep to care for them, sacrifices her own desires to meet their needs, and patiently guides them as they grow. Her love is not dependent on whether the child is behaving well or showing appreciation. She loves because she has committed to that love through her actions. The same principle applies to friendships. A true friend is not just someone who says, "I care about you," but someone who is present when you need them the most. A real friend is there in times of difficulty, offering support, encouragement, and honesty. They do not disappear when things get hard. They do not love only when it benefits them. They show up, they stand by your side, and they prove through their actions that their love is genuine. Love is also tested in marriage and romantic relationships. Many people enter relationships because they feel strong emotions, but emotions alone do not sustain love. Feelings can change, but the decision to love must remain constant. A husband who says, "I love you," but does not listen to his wife, support her dreams, or treat her with kindness is not truly loving her. A wife who professes love but does not respect or support her husband is not demonstrating love in action. Love is shown through the daily acts of care, the patience in misunderstandings, and the commitment to grow together despite difficulties. Acts of love do not have to be extravagant. They can be as simple as checking on someone, offering a kind word, helping with a burden, or being a source of encouragement. Love is shown in how people treat one another when there is nothing to gain. The way a person treats a stranger, a colleague, or even someone they disagree with reveals the depth of their love. True love is not selective. It does not only express itself to those who are easy to love, it reaches out even to those who are difficult, showing kindness even when it is not deserved. The world is filled with words of love, but far fewer actions that prove it. People say they care, but their actions often contradict their words. Love is not proven in what people say, but in what they consistently do. It is easy to make promises, but the real test is in keeping them. It is easy to say, "I will always be there for you," but love is measured in actually being there, in showing up, in standing firm even when it is inconvenient. Loving through actions requires humility. It requires setting aside personal pride and ego to serve another person. Love is not about proving a point, winning an argument, or seeking superiority. It is about building up, strengthening, and bringing out the best in others. Love is not about power, but about partnership. It is about choosing to be patient when anger is justified, choosing to be kind when the other person does not deserve it, and choosing to love even when it is difficult. A love that is only spoken is empty, but a love that is demonstrated is powerful. The greatest expressions of love in history were not in words but in actions. People who sacrificed for others, who gave of themselves, who served without expectation of reward. Love has the ability to transform, to heal, and to restore, but only when it is acted upon. Saying, "I love you" is not enough. Proving love through actions is what makes it real, what makes it meaningful, and what gives it true value. Love is the deepest and most essential need of every human being. It is the driving force behind every pursuit, the foundation of every meaningful relationship, and the key to true fulfillment. Many people spend their lives chasing success, wealth, recognition, and pleasure, believing that these things will bring them happiness. Yet time and time again we see that those who achieve the highest levels of success still feel an emptiness inside. This is because external achievements alone cannot satisfy the longing of the human heart. Fulfillment is not found in what we acquire, but in how we love and are loved. Love is the only thing that can truly complete us. The desire for love is deeply ingrained in every person. From birth, a child craves the love and affection of a parent. This need for love does not diminish with age. Instead, it continues throughout life, shaping our choices, relationships, and sense of purpose. When people feel unloved, they often experience loneliness, insecurity, and a lack of direction. But when they are surrounded by love, they feel valued, confident, and inspired. This shows that love is more than just an emotional experience. It is the foundation of a meaningful and satisfying life. Many people spend years pursuing material success, believing that it will bring them fulfillment. They work tirelessly to accumulate wealth, achieve career goals, or gain social status. While these things can provide temporary satisfaction, they do not fill the deeper void that only love can. A person may have all the riches in the world, but if they lack love, they will still feel empty. This is why many individuals who appear to have everything still struggle with feelings of loneliness, depression, or dissatisfaction. They may have gained the world but lost the very thing that gives life meaning: love. Love brings fulfillment because it connects us to others. Humans were not designed to live in isolation. They were created for relationships. When people experience genuine love, they feel a sense of belonging and purpose. Love allows them to share their lives with others, to give and receive support, and to create lasting bonds. It is in these connections that true fulfillment is found. No amount of money, fame, or achievement can replace the joy of loving and being loved. One of the most powerful aspects of love is that it gives life meaning beyond personal gain. When a person loves deeply, they are willing to make sacrifices for the sake of others. This kind of love brings a sense of purpose that nothing else can provide. Parents find fulfillment in caring for their children, friends find joy in supporting one another, and people who serve their communities experience a deep sense of satisfaction. Love motivates people to give rather than just receive. And in giving, they find greater fulfillment than they ever could through selfish pursuits. Love is also the foundation of inner peace. Many people live in constant stress and anxiety, trying to prove their worth or secure their future. But when a person knows they are loved, they experience a sense of security and confidence that cannot be shaken. Love reassures them that they are valued, not because of what they do, but because of who they are. This creates a deep sense of peace that external circumstances cannot take away. Even in difficult times, a person who is surrounded by love can endure challenges with strength and hope. The most fulfilling experiences in life are those that involve love. Think about the moments that bring the greatest joy. Celebrating with family, sharing laughter with friends, helping someone in need, or expressing gratitude to someone who has made a difference. These moments are not defined by material possessions, but by the presence of love. Love transforms ordinary experiences into extraordinary ones. It turns simple gestures into meaningful memories and makes even the smallest acts of kindness feel significant. One of the greatest tragedies is when people search for fulfillment in all the wrong places. Some seek it in power, believing that control over others will bring them happiness. Others chase after pleasure, thinking that temporary excitement will satisfy their longing. Still others strive for perfection, hoping that if they achieve enough, they will finally feel complete. But none of these pursuits can truly fulfill the heart, because they are all temporary. Love is the only thing that remains, the only thing that continues to bring joy, meaning, and purpose, even as life changes. True fulfillment comes not just from being loved, but also from loving others. Many people make the mistake of thinking that their happiness depends on what they receive. They wait for love to come to them, expecting others to fill their emptiness. But the greatest fulfillment comes from giving love freely. When a person chooses to love, whether through kindness, service, or selflessness, they experience a level of joy that cannot be found in selfish pursuits. Love is not something to be hoarded. It is something to be shared. The more love a person gives, the more fulfilled they become. Love also brings healing. Many people carry wounds from past experiences, hurtful words, broken relationships, disappointments, and betrayals. These wounds can create barriers, making it difficult to trust or open their hearts to others. But love has the power to restore what was broken. When people experience genuine love, they begin to heal from their past pain. Love rebuilds confidence, restores hope, and brings wholeness where there was once brokenness. It reassures people that they are valuable despite their past struggles and that they are worthy of being loved. One of the most beautiful aspects of love is that it does not depend on perfection. Many people feel unworthy of love because of their mistakes, flaws, or insecurities. They believe they must earn love by achieving success or proving themselves to others. But real love is unconditional. It is not based on performance or status. It is given freely. Knowing this brings true fulfillment because it allows people to rest in the security of love rather than constantly striving to earn it. Love also teaches people to see beyond themselves. A life that is centered only on personal gain is empty, but a life filled with love is rich and meaningful. When people shift their focus from self-centered desires to loving and serving others, love has the power to bring clarity, healing, and transformation. It reaches into the deepest parts of a person's heart, revealing their true worth and restoring their sense of purpose and identity. Many people go through life feeling lost, disconnected, or uncertain about who they are. They may struggle with self-doubt, rejection, or past failures that make them question their value. But love has the ability to heal these wounds, to remind people of their significance, and to bring them back to the truth of who they were created to be. When a person experiences love, they begin to see themselves differently. They no longer define themselves by their past mistakes, weaknesses, or what others have said about them. Instead, love reveals their true identity, one that is rooted in value, dignity, and purpose. Love speaks to the deepest parts of the soul, affirming that every person is unique and worthy. It breaks the lies that say they are not enough, unworthy, or insignificant, and replaces them with the truth that they are deeply valued and irreplaceable. People often lose their sense of identity when they face rejection, disappointment, or failure. A person who once had confidence may begin to question themselves after experiencing criticism or setbacks. A child who grows up in an environment where love is absent may struggle with feelings of worthlessness. An individual who has been betrayed or abandoned may feel like they are not deserving of love. These experiences can create wounds that shape how people see themselves and how they approach life. But love has the power to undo the damage of these experiences. When love is present, it reassures people that they are more than their pain, more than their failures, and more than what others have said about them. Love redefines them in a way that is truthful and life-giving. Love not only restores identity, but also renews a person's sense of purpose. Many people drift through life without a clear direction. They may chase after success, recognition, or material things, hoping to find fulfillment. But even after achieving these things, they often still feel empty. This is because purpose is not found in external achievements alone. It is found in love. When a person is loved, they feel inspired to do more, to give more, and to become more. Love gives people the motivation to pursue their calling with passion and to use their gifts and talents to make a difference. A person who is loved is empowered to love others. When they understand their worth, they begin to see the value in those around them. Love creates a ripple effect. It not only transforms the one who receives it, but also enables them to extend love to others. When people are loved, they are more patient, more compassionate, and more willing to invest in the lives of those around them. They become a source of encouragement, lifting others up and helping them see their own worth. This is how love restores purpose. It does not only affect one individual, it spreads and brings life to families, friendships, and entire communities. One of the most powerful things about love is that it does not require perfection. Many people believe they must have everything figured out before they can truly embrace love. They think they must achieve a certain level of success, fix all their flaws, or earn the approval of others before they are worthy of being loved. But love is not something that is earned. It is given freely. When a person realizes that they are loved despite their imperfections, it changes everything. It frees them from the pressure of trying to prove themselves. It allows them to embrace who they truly are and to live with confidence and purpose. Love also restores identity by removing fear. Many people live in fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being enough. This fear holds them back from stepping into their purpose. It makes them doubt their abilities and question whether they have what it takes to make a difference. But love casts out fear. It reassures people that they are not alone, that they are supported, and that they have something valuable to offer. Love gives people the courage to take risks, to pursue their dreams, and to live with boldness. When a person does not know they are loved, they often seek validation in unhealthy ways. They may try to gain approval from others by changing who they are, striving for perfection, or constantly seeking attention. They may define themselves by their achievements, their appearance, or the opinions of others. But these things can never provide lasting fulfillment. True identity is not found in external validation. It is found in love. When a person is secure in love, they no longer need to prove their worth. They are free to be themselves, to embrace their uniqueness, and to live with authenticity. Love also heals brokenness. Many people carry wounds from their past, pain from childhood, heartache from relationships, or struggles with self-worth. These wounds can shape how they see themselves and how they interact with the world. But love has the power to heal even the deepest wounds. It replaces shame with acceptance, insecurity with confidence, and hopelessness with purpose. Love does not ignore pain, but it brings restoration. It helps people move forward, letting go of the past and stepping into a new future filled with hope. Another way love restores purpose and identity is by giving people a sense of belonging. Many people feel isolated, disconnected, or like they do not have a place in the world. They may struggle to find where they fit or question whether they truly matter. But love creates belonging. It brings people into relationships where they are valued and accepted. It reminds them that they are not alone, that they are part of something bigger, and that they have a unique role to play. Love provides the foundation for strong, healthy connections that give life meaning and fulfillment. Love also strengthens resilience. Life is full of challenges, and without love, difficulties can feel overwhelming. But when a person is loved, they have the strength to endure hardships. Love provides encouragement in times of struggle and hope in times of despair. It reminds people that they are not defined by their failures, but by their ability to keep going. Love empowers people to rise above obstacles and to keep moving forward with determination and faith. One of the most beautiful things about love is that it restores identity, not by changing who a person is, but by revealing who they have been all along. Many people live under false labels. Labels given to them by society, by past experiences, or by their own insecurities. They may believe they are not good enough, not smart enough, or not worthy of success. But love removes these false labels and replaces them with truth. It reveals that every person has value, every person has a purpose, and every person is worthy of love. When love restores identity, it also brings freedom. A person who knows they are loved is free from the burden of comparison, free from the fear of failure, and free from the need to seek approval. They are free to live with confidence, to pursue their passions, and to make an impact in the world. Love allows people to embrace their true selves and to step into their destiny with boldness. Love is not just an emotion, it is a force that transforms lives. It brings healing, renews purpose, and restores identity in a way that nothing else can. When a person is truly loved, they are able to see themselves clearly, walk in confidence, and fulfill their unique calling. Love does not just change how people feel, it changes who they are, empowering them to live with meaning, passion, and a deep sense of purpose.